Hey guys, working on the old trailer here, putting a 13,000 pound winch on it. Hopefully it'll do a better jerk job than the Victoria's Secrets catalog when I'm done. But we're going to do that, and we're putting LEDs on it, new tars, and redecking the thing. So come check us out. This is part one of this video. It's making the hitch mount. Check it out. We'll have one more probably with the lights and the redecking, and this will be done. But come check it out. Okay, so I'm out here in the dark because this is the only time I get any free time. But this is the plate that I'm going to use to steel. It's about 3/16 or a ½ inch. I'm not really sure of the size. But this is what I'm going to use to mount the winch on. Now I need to trim it down. What I'm going to do is just take a Sharpie, mark it, take it back in the garage, and cut it. And then I'm going to drill it for the winch mount that I'm using. So first things first, we just take a Sharpie, mark the ends, cut it off to the length we need. Alright, so I got it marked out here, if you can't see. And I'm just going to trim that off with the cut-off tool. So we're going to let the sparks fly here. Alright, I just cleaned it up good enough so nobody would get impaled by it. So now we need to find a drill and drill some holes in this thing. Anyway, this is my plan. This is going to go here, like so. And then I'm going to drill 2 holes right here in the center of this. Then I'm going to drill 2 more holes in this metal and that metal. Bolt this up with 4 bolts down. Then I'm going to have 2 bolts holding it right here on the frame of the trailer. Now I can then slide a winch on a receiver in here, and then I can take it off and use it on my truck if I need to. So the next step is to drill 2 holes here, and then we need to drill 2 holes here and 2 holes here. Alright, so my paint is dry on my winch mount. Let's see how good it's going to look. So there we go. All I got to do is drill holes here, here, and here. And this plate will mount right there with bolts. So we're going to get at that next. And then the 2-inch receiver will mount right here. And all that'll be bolted in, and then we can just slide the winch in, winch out, and then we're going to put a battery right here. I gotta get a battery box, but we're going to put that right here. But I'm calling this done as soon as I drill it, so we'll do that next. Okay, so those are all drilled out. Like I said, I need to make them a little bigger. I think I'm going to run a little bit bigger bolt than that, just for strength. I'll get a step bit and do the rest of them. And then I'll do these 4 on the trailer, and all this will bolt in. Alright, so I'm back out here. I'm actually outside because it's pretty, and I've got my helper again. But I'm just knocking these out just a hair bigger with a step bit that I couldn't find it the other night, but I found it. Once I do that, I'm going to paint this, and we'll bolt it all together, and it'll be ready to go on the trailer. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill all these out. Same process, just drilling them like I did the other night. Another shot. Now as for paint, I've just got cheap old Walmart paint. Cheapest thing I could buy. Because I mean, it's not really matters that much. I just want to cover it to make it look decent. And then this guy, we gotta auger these holes out just a little bit. Probably have to do them from the bottom. Alright, so my paint is dry on my winch mount. Let's see how good it's gonna look. So there we go. All I gotta do is drill holes here, here, and here. And this plate will mount right there with bolts. So we're gonna get at that next. And then the 2-inch receiver will mount right here. And all that'll be bolted in. And then we can just slide the winch in, winch out. And then we're gonna put a battery right here. I gotta get a battery box, but we're gonna put that right here. But I'm calling this done as soon as I drill it, so we'll do that next. So I don't want to mess my paint up, so I'm going to put some painter's tape on here, mark the painter's tape, and then drill through it, so I don't mess the paint up on the new mount here. Yeah, it's the same process. Drill a little pilot hole, just get it started. Alright, so we get it started like that, and we can pull the tape off now. I'm going to drill the pilot hole first, like so. And this metal's a lot thinner than the winch mount actually, but it's channel so it won't bend. Alright, now we're going to go back to the step bit. So there's that, and we'll tighten this up. Just finger it for now. And we'll go on this side and put a bolt through it. And I'm not tightening these into the frame, I'm just doing that so it'll move. This is just bars of metal and stuff, and that's just cutting it and cleaning it up as it runs through. And I gotta find that when I drop it on the ground. Just a second. Otherwise I'm not gonna have enough. Okay. So we should be able to now let's do this. And that one's tight. Okay guys, after some camera errors I got this going, but anyway, I'm going to buy some bigger bolts to put in here a little bit longer, because I'll have to put a washer on top and bottom, because this was already drilled out bigger, because this is actually a receiver that goes on the back of a motorhome if I'm not mistaken. But we'll just buy an 1.5-inch bolt and put a washer on top and bottom. It'll hold it just the same. I'll get some of those tomorrow. I'm not going nowhere to get them tonight. But with this, I can put the 13,000-pound winch right in here on a hitch receiver winch mount, which is actually on the way, should be here Monday. Then we can just run the winch down here and we pull whatever we need to. Should be able to load cars. Once we get the boards on it and these tires changed, this thing's going to really shape up. I do need to order, I have some LEDs for these. I am going to go ahead and order tonight some LEDs to fit there, those 2-inch lights, 4 of them. So we're all lit up with LEDs. And we should be ready to haul cars. So another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a license plate mount on this trailer. And I know in Kentucky you don't have to put a plate on one, but I drive a lot out of state. And I know it goes by Kentucky laws, but I don't like the hassle. Plus, if I ever get where I'm actually making any commerce by using it, I'll need it tagged for that. So, to take it out of state. So I'm gonna go, I do tag it. It's so cheap that it's just cheaper to tag it than not fool with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a license plate mount like I showed in the preview video, because this one is garbage. Every time you hit a bump, anything low, you drag the plate off. I've done it 2 or 3 times. So I'm gonna mount it on the fender here. I made a 10 plate. I don't know where the plate is. It's laying around here somewhere in the garage. I'll have to hunt it, but I had another license plate, so I'm just gonna use it for now as a 10 plate. Not actually use it on the trailer. But same process with this. We're just going to drill some holes, and I'm going to put I've got a rib nut tool, and I'm going to put rib nuts down in here to hold the plate on so it looks nice and neat. So first off, let's drill these holes. Now I'm just going to start them first and get them good and started, so I can get them right in the dead center of this pilot bit. Yeah. Alright. So now we can take the 10 plate off. We've got 4 holes center punch with a drill bit to work. So WD-40 or lubricant, Walmart brand. And we're done. So we'll let that cool. I might throw just a little dab of that cheap paint I had just on these holes to make them so they don't rust. So this thing, there we go. There's one down, and we're going to repeat this process on the other 3, and that's the end of it. We can put our screws in here and call it good. And that's finished. You see I got the 4 screws in it, all rib nuts. I can take it in and out. versus sheet metal screws. If you start taking them in and out over time, they're going to wear out and not stay tight. Those will last me probably as long as I have the trailer. So that's pretty neat. That looks real good. I'm pleased with it.